Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here and for being so patient with me as I try to get myself into some sort of routine. Um, so, this reading I feel like is pretty close to what a lot of us are experiencing, at least in those conversations that I've had with others. Um, So I want to thank you again for being here. Remember that these are general messages. Not everything will resonate with everyone. So please take what does resonate and lovingly leave the rest. I'll get started. So, one of the things that came up in the beginning was this little image here. You can see this is two bears that are playing together in the rain. And it says the weather will be clear. It says it is agreed that bears especially revel and play together when it is raining, as if they know beforehand that the weather will clear after a short time when the clouds have broken. In the same way, we brave and constant men look often looking far ahead toward a favorable fortune are so far from being troubled that we even promise ourselves that everything will be happy in their sure hopes. And it says, you ask why they frolic in the rain, the weather is sure to clear. Trusting in this, dispel the clouds from your heart. And it's funny because the card that came out, well, that was at the bottom of this little animal deck when I laid it over, is the badger spirit. It says, be fearless and bold. So this is a fearless and bold um, choice that is being made here. We have the underworld, the sword, and the threshold. And what this tells me is that there is a clear, honest, decisive choice that has been made. And I feel like it's already been made, or maybe it's being made now, to let go of an old version of self. So, this isn't always an easy time because it's always that old version of ourself that we may have felt comfortable with. Like we may have felt like, okay, this is it. I've got this, mastered. And then boom, something comes along and we have to make a decision in order to move into a higher version of ourself. And that can often be a difficult decision to make. The sword here can be not only that decision, but a truth. It can be clear thought. It can be cutting away a lot of that gray, right? A lot of the clouds, the weariness that we feel, the dreariness that we feel within us, maybe some sadness, right? Over having to let go of things that no longer serve us. And it can also be an epiphany. It may have been or felt like a sudden decision. When you use a sword, it can look quite violent, right? It can look very hasty, very swift. But really, when used in compassion and truth and wisdom, it cuts through the clouds. It leaves no room for questioning, right? So it's that moment where we finally say, enough is enough. This is my decision. No matter how it looks, no matter what it changes, we stand in this place where we are prepared to be fearless and bold, right? Mm. But really, what we need to do here, because now here we're standing at a precipice at the same time between the old self and what is coming in, right? That newness, that growth, the expansion that is coming in. It's like standing at the threshold. And a lot of times we can hesitate here, but this is not a time to hesitate, right? This sword tells us it is time to act. It is time to decide. It is time to let go of whatever fear and doubt and worry that you have held within you and act, obviously, in truth, integrity, wisdom, compassion, that sort of thing. But it really is standing at the edge of the unknown. Sometimes we make these decisions and people can ask us, well, why are you doing this? There's no evidence that you can show as a reason, right? It is a knowing that comes from within you. So it can look hasty. It may not even make a whole lot of sense to anyone around you. And logically or even emotionally, it may not feel like it makes a whole lot of sense here, but it's a decision. It's like that leap of faith. It's that choice that you make, knowing that the universe, your guide, spirit, God is organizing things in a way that is for your highest good. So it is very much like that leap of faith that needs to be taken. And I feel like that's why Spirit is coming in and saying, be fearless, be bold, right? Be brave. Don't worry about the how everything is going to happen. Just know that this is for your highest good. And you're literally on the precipice of that just by standing in your truth, just by making this decision. So, oh, wow. The bottom of the deck, this is the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Destiny. Often, this sword can reshape or shape our destiny. It is often a time where we decide to leave behind what is comfortable and step into our destiny, even when we do not have all the details of what that destiny is or will look like, right? But at the same time, our little bear friends there that play in the rain, right? As if they know the new day is coming. They know the sun will come out. They know the clouds are going to part. So they enjoy playing in the rain as if, right? That sunny day, those clear skies already exist. So let's find out here, this underworld card, what parts of ourselves are we really cutting out? What are we letting go of here? And I feel like this is really in the past. This is something that is pretty much behind us. We may be standing in this moment, but let's see what it is that we have overcome or that we have decided or chosen to walk away from. Two of Swords, or Two of Wands just came out. We do another little, what else have we chosen here? Go ahead and flip that over. One more, please. Okay. Okay. It may have even caused a bit of a shock, a surprise, a tower moment. This is the moment when structures crumble, right? This is the moment when those things that we thought were forever, those strong foundations that we had built in the past, come crumbling down so that we can build anew. But in this tower card, we see here that it is releasing and making way to set that dove free. That could be peace, right? This action, this decision may actually bring freedom and peace, is what I'm feeling. But what came out here, we have the Two of Wands, the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So what I'm feeling is this Two of Wands is really expanding, right? It's really bringing in that expansion. It's those plans that we make. It's that it's choosing a direction. Now, this may involve family. We have the 10 of Cups here. This is everything, right? This place may have felt like everything. If you notice here, you have your animals, you have like the king and the queen and the child, right? This is like beginning and ending. It is fulfillment. It is an emotional fulfillment. So this place may have brought fulfillment at one time. But it's interesting because here we have the 5 of Wands and she's inside a volcano with these 5 of Wands all around her. The volcano is going off. So it's almost like being inside this 10 of Cups. She's at peace while there's so much fire around her. These could be arguments. This could be like a combative energy. It could be a lot of disagreements, conflict, competition. But she looks so at peace there. It's almost as if she doesn't even realize how much chaos is inside this 10 of Cups. That's the Tower also. That's the divine kind of stepping in and saying, you either free yourself or we will free you for you. We will make that decision for you. And under that is the 9 of Pentacles. It's like that tower brings independence. It brings in resources, right? Maybe resources that you did not have inside this 10 of Cups, whatever this 10 of Cups could be. That can be family, it can be community, it can be friend groups, it can be those parts of our lives where we develop emotions, right? Our feelings here in this cup. These are spiritual emotional relationships that have come into fullness. And breaking free from that brings about the opportunity for independence. Let me fix my camera real quick. Sorry about that. So it looks like it's really going to be good. Actually, it's going to turn out very well. But we have the Queen of Swords here. So this may have been a time of confusion also. It may have been a time of going within and really checking oneself and coming to the realization and the acceptance of what is going on around you that may be keeping that dove captive, right? Because she's even captive inside this volcano. So there were some realizations here. There are some realizations. And the Queen of Swords, she wields the sword and she's not shy about it. She's not afraid to say it. She's not afraid to act on it. She is fearless and bold, very logical. But this Queen of Swords is also very tuned in, tapped into that higher knowledge, that higher understanding and wisdom. And she has transformation. Look at all the butterflies. And again, the wheel. She knows where she's going. She may not know the exact roads and the turns and the signs, right? But she knows. She absolutely knows. And she is expressing that, I feel. So this is really coming from a time maybe where we've decided to separate ourselves from friend or family relationships that we've developed at work. And again, the Wheel of Fortune, this is choosing your destiny. This is choosing your destiny. This is also being guided by spirit. This is being guided by spirit. This is being tuned into the whale song, the song that comes from the soul. It cannot be ignored. It cannot be suppressed, and not for very long. The longer you suppress the whale song, the more volatile the tower becomes, right? The more pressure builds up. This could be pressure that was building up over time. And finally, there was a clear, decisive act to separate ourselves from that underworld energy. Those things which were clouding our mind. Maybe it was a time of real confusion, deep inner confusion. It may have had us going around and around and around the wheel in our head with repeating thoughts, looping patterns. This queen has chosen to step in to her destiny, and it has activated this Wheel of Fortune. And this is something that she probably did not talk a lot about. This is moving in silence. It is being guided by spirit. There's no hard, cold evidence, right? Nothing you can hear, see, smell, taste, touch. This is moving by that inner knowing toward what is destined for you. And very quickly, might I add, with the Eight of Wands there underneath that Six of Swords, let's see what this threshold has for us as we step into our destiny. Woo, it's hot. The Knight of Wands. That's quick. That's quick. That's passionate. It's fire. It's going for those things that we desire, that we feel passionate about, right? This is taking quick, decisive action to step into that new life, that new reality, whatever it may hold. And if there is a card that is fearless and bold, it would be, in my perception, the Knight of Wands. He is fearless. He has overcome the darkness of the underworld. You've really gone through the gamut here with the underworld. It is, the underworld can be that place where is facing darkness and choosing light. It is facing the darkest of the dark and choosing light. And that is really the most profound calling of all. Truly. When we can be surrounded, by all the grubs and darkness and, just the toxicity and the negativity, and not be consumed by it, to still choose, right? To still choose to step into that destiny, to still choose light. That in itself is an accomplishment. So he's been through it. But we're at the Knight here. And yeah, 7 of Swords underneath him. There was definitely conflict. This is strategy. This is strategy where the majority of the strategy is hidden. It's hidden below. It's hidden in the shadows, right? But if he looks down, it distorts his own reflection. This stag is beautiful. He's beautiful. But if you were to look down at the reflection there, it is very distorted. That tells me that whatever strategy was involved, right? And a strategy is often done behind the scenes in silence. It distorted the image of this stag. Now, that could be through deception, through lies, through manipulation, right? There was obviously chaos here. There was obviously toxicity, pressure building. Let's see what this Knight of Wands is stepping into here. The threshold. Ah, a whole new world. It's a whole new world. It's leaving behind one world and entering into another. This can almost be a quantum leap, is what I'm getting. And underneath the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. It's bringing that peace into form, right? It's bringing all of that higher knowledge, that inner wisdom, that understanding of everything that we learned in this underworld, right? Bringing clarity and truth, integrity, honor into form. into a foundation, something tangible. This is where we begin building, where we lay our 4 cornerstones. Clarity on the world. 3 of Pentacles, definitely. Time to build, time to collaborate, time to step in to a day and build a new day, building a new life based on what we know, what we have physically experienced in the physical realm. These are pentacles. And it may have felt like a slow process also. It may have been a time where it felt like things were not moving. Where progress seemed to come in bits and pieces. But this is also a card of collaboration. It can be a card of teamwork. This is like taking 3 things here, blending them together, building that new foundation, building that new life. This is abundance. It's bringing the abundance, the passion, the desire that is held within into form. And this tells me it's not a job for one. You may need help. And if you do, help will be there, right? There will be people to bring in those things that you need that you do not have for yourself, right? We can't, it's like I keep thinking about a doctor, right? Like a surgeon. The surgeon isn't the only one in the operating room, right? You have nurses, you have aides, you have an anesthesiologist. There are many people in that room, all just as valuable, but when brought together, they can save lives, right? They can bring forth new life. And I feel like that's really what is happening here. This is that new opportunity. The Ace of Cups. This is something you're going to love. It's something that you pour your heart into. It is delivered by spirit, right? I mean, look, it's almost like the angels bring down this new cup, this new opportunity of love, of life, of connection, of emotional fulfillment and wellness. And we have the Six of Wands. It brings great success. It brings success. It brings achievement. It brings recognition, joy, happiness. So in making this decision, we may not see all of the details, but I feel like we know what we need to know, right? When you know that the life that you're stepping into is beautiful and passionate and vibrant and growing, right? Look at all the beautiful growth in the World card. Everything is flowing in peace and harmony. When we know that that is what we're stepping into, what is there to doubt? Unless there are still some emotions attached to this 10 of Cups here. That may be the final release. right? Yes. We have the strength card. This was a challenging time. It required dedication. It required commitment. It required an inner knowing, a taming of the beast within, of finding that balance within. It is a time when our ego knows its place, right? It knows its role, where we're not acting out of ego. This may have been a humbling experience also. A time of humbling to the greater forces while summoning the courage and the strength from within us. It was not an easy time, but we developed attachments here, emotional attachments. Thus, the sword. Time to cut, release the pressure, and step into destiny. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. And the middle of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. That's why. That's why. It's generational. You may have cleared generational karma here. This may have been a time of self-development where we recognized the generational patterns that held us back generation after generation after generation, right? This is having dreams and goals that go through time, right? Even after we've come and gone, they last for generations. They last through time. And often it is a life's work. It is a life's journey. It doesn't happen overnight. And I feel like Spirit is saying, congratulations, you have just reached the threshold, right? The whole next level, taken a quantum leap toward your destiny by following the inner knowing and inner guidance system within you, where you're going to create something that you love, something that others will see and recognize and appreciate and celebrate. Generational wealth, abundance. It's having everything you need and more. So congratulations. Very cool. Very cool. Let's get one more affirmation before we end. Oh, there we go. Soulmates. Soulmates. Says, meet, moon, and mirror. They are perfect reflections of each other. They have so much to teach each other and so much to learn. Just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, they reflect each other's light back at each other. They are both emanating and reflecting. Look around. Your friends and family are perfect reflections of you. They are in your dream just as you are in their dream. A perfect paradox. So with each interaction, ask yourself, what do I have to learn from you? What do I have to share with you? What are you teaching me about myself? Remember, we are here to help each other grow. Soulmates. It may be moving from a place that once helped you grow, and there is no more room for growth. Right? I don't feel like this is leaving, say, evil, right? This isn't somebody running for their life. This is someone choosing themselves and a path of expansion, right? New life, a new world, a new reality. Very cool. Thank you all for being here again. And as always, I will return your light to you, pure and whole, as I receive my light back, pure and whole, so that only love remains. Thank you.